Jack Kennedy held a dinner at the White House, and he hosted all of the Nobel Prize winners at one time. And he came in, sat down. They were all grouped around the table in the dining room. And he said, he lifted his glass and he said, "I want to toast all of you who are here tonight. Never before have so much brilliance, so many great minds been assembled at this table." And he paused. "Except when Mr. Jefferson dined alone." Mr. Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, for all of his faults and the creature and culture of his time, is the father of revolution. Mr. Jefferson said, "There should be a revolution in this land every 20 years. Because every generation must renew a commitment to freedom and democracy in this republic, and it must be done every 20 years to root out the rot and the evil and the corrupt that will result." And this was Mr. Jefferson, who was Jack Kennedy's hero. And in a whole series of speeches that Jack Kennedy gave in the last year of his life, the American people never heard them because they were not printed. In one speech, he said, "What is going on in South America? The conditions of life that the wretched of those countries are forced to live must change. It must end. It will end with violence or it will end peacefully, but it must end." This was Jack Kennedy talking about the misery of the impoverished people in South America. When I told President Chavez that, he said, "Where did you get that? Where did that information come from, William?" And I said, "President, it came from French intelligence." The French monitored Jack Kennedy the last year of his life. And my dear friend, as a very young guy, was Marcel Soriguet, was Charles de Gaulle's personal lawyer. And Marcel made available to me these French transcripts of Jack Kennedy's unknown speeches. So, finally, in conclusion, with all of this, I think 9/11 is the seminal event of our time. It is the event that should radicalize the people of this country. If any one event would, it is this one. It is you who are the torchbearers with respect to that truth. And you have to continue to bear that torch and to try to get it into the mainstream and not be discouraged when you don't. And not be discouraged when you get discredited and when you get attacked and when you are ignored, because that is the nature always of prophecy and prophets in their own time. I ask you not to mourn the passing of democracy and liberty in this country. Don't mourn it, because mourning takes energy, it's negative. Don't mourn the passing of democracy. Organize. Organize to restore it wherever it's possible for you to do so. Steel your spines, inspire your children. And then when the moment is right, rise again as though from the ashes and rebuild this great land.